These Drake fans are hilarious. They're just as delusional and can't take an L like Drake. This one comes from Glacy Minds. Y'all are obsessed with Drake. This doesn't ruin the fact that Drake destroyed Kendrick in the rap battle. Delusional, crazy, but hey, another Drake fan. The other one comes and says, wow, all y'all must be hurt down there as much as y'all dick ride Mr. Kenny himself. Well, he must be like Drake, because we ain't with that zesty shit, first of all. We ain't with that gay shit, so he must be a zesty like Drake, yeah. And then Big Dog right here, he just said, please stop. He's not a Drake fan. You know, he clarified that for me. He doesn't like Drake either, but he said, I'm destroying him so bad to please stop. I told him no. I was gonna go at this man until the day I stopped breathing. But big ups to him, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect towards him, because he's not a Drake fan and he doesn't even like Drake. But big ups to him. Now this is the funniest one. Look at this. Take Care Alone is better than anything Kendrick has ever done, is currently doing, or will ever do. Stop dreaming, bruh. You see what these Drake fans do? They come at you knowing that they have no other way or no other excuse to come at you. So guess what they do? They try to change the narrative, flip the script, because they're delusional. They don't know how to take an L. They don't know how to take a loss. It's like LeBron fans. They're delusional. They don't know how to take a loss. They don't know how to be reasonable and have a conscious mind and come to reality. So what they do, they become even more delusional. Guess why? Because they ain't like us. You know what it is to have a diss track playing in the Champions Parade in a stadium in baseball, especially hip-hop? DJ Mustard introducing them boys, playing Not Like Us, and the Dodgers trolling Drake because of the comments that Drake said about, you know what I'm saying, the Dodgers players. That has never been done in baseball history. A hip-hop diss track being played in a baseball parade. Never. Tell Drake fans if Drake has ever done that before. They so mad. And then Anderson saying they ain't like us. Oh my goodness. I had to put this in. Even soccer are saying they ain't like us. Oh, Drake fans, I know y'all hurting. Oh, I know y'all hurting. But let's go. This is what I came to do. This is the sore loser's whole life in one video. And I decided to do this because I think Drake fans don't really understand. They only fuck with his music. They really don't know about his background, how he came up, everything in between. So I'm gonna break it down for them. You see, unlike Drake fans, I'm not biased. It's something that's called being fair and acknowledging the fact, you know what I'm saying, from right from wrong, for being logical, for acknowledging the fact, and also not being delusional. But let the story begin. Here we go. The popular internet phenomenon known as the Drake curse. This is a widely held belief in sports culture that any team or athlete publicly supported by or pictured with a rapper is likely to lose their next game or match. Wonder where that came from. Key aspect of the Drake curse. Origin. The phenomenon gained traction around 2013-2015 with early victims including the Kentucky Wildcats basketball team, Serena Williams, and various professional sports teams. Examples. Numerous high-profile instances have fueled the theory, such as Conor McGuire, loss at the UFC 229 after Drake supported him. The Toronto Maple Leaf consistently losing Game 7, and many of his large sports bets falling to cash out. So that means that Drake even did that in hockey, and they lost in game. Wow, I didn't even know that. Drake's response. Drake has acknowledged the curse and even joked about it in an ad for the betting platform Stake. Though he dismisses its reality, pointing to the Toronto Raptors' 2019 NBA championship win as proof the curse was broken. Related song. The song Draft Day 2014 is something cited by fans as a possible starting point for the curse. As the athletes mentioned in the lyrics, Johnny Manziel and Andrew Wiggins had underwhelmingly professional careers. In summary, the term Drake the Curse refers to this ongoing cultural joke about his bad luck in sports, not a specific track in his music catalog. So this has been a Drake curse. This has been already a part of his, you know what I'm saying, his life and past, if you really want to think about it, besides when the Raptors, you know what I'm saying, they broke the curse. But this man has been cursing other team sports that he fucking is a fan of or pretends to be a fan on. But we all know that Drake is a big basketball, you know what I'm saying, fan when it comes to the Toronto Raptors. But damn, even hockey, damn, that's sad. Here we go with his life story. Drake's childhood was marked by his parents' divorce when he was 5, leading to him being raised by his Canadian mother, Sandra Graham, in Toronto. He spent summers with his musician father, Dennis Graham, in Memphis. But his mother primarily provided for them, and the family finances were often in a struggle. He attended school in Toronto, sometimes experiencing bullying due to being biracial and Jewish, and also started a career as an actor on the show Degrassi, The Next Generation, which was like a duplicate of the 90210, if y'all know what I mean. For those of you who used to watch 90210. Family and upbringing. Parents and divorce. Drake's parents, Dennis and Sandra Graham, divorced when he was 5 years old. He was raised by his mother in Toronto while his father returned to Memphis, though he visited him in the summers. Finances. His mother, an English teacher, struggled financially to provide for the family. The family moved between different apartments before eventually settling in a more affluent Toronto neighborhood, but they were not wealthy. Musician heritage. Drake came from a musical family. His father was a drummer and his uncle were musicians, including Larry Graham, who played bass for Sly and the Family Stone. School and identity. Schooling. He attended public and Jewish day schools in Toronto. He initially attended Forest Hill Collegiate Institute for high school, but left to focus on his acting career. Though later he earned his diploma in 2012, which is not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't discriminate that man for that shit. He went to school, got his diploma, that's what's up. Biracial and Jewish identity. Drake has spoken about being bullied for being both black and Jewish and feeling like he didn't fully fit in at the school. He later spoke proudly of his Jewish heritage and had a bar mitzvah, whatever that means, which he later reignited in a music video. Earlier career, acting. Drake began his acting career as a teen, landing a role of Jimmy Brooks on Degrassi, The Next Generation in 2001. He left the show in 2008 to focus on his music career. He started rapping while on Degrassi and released his first mixtape, Room for Improvement, in 2006. This video shows Drake's journey to fame. Again, Drake's career began in acting on the Canadian teen series Degrassi, The Next Generation in 2001, before he successfully transitioned to a record-breaking music career, becoming one of the best-selling artists of all time. Early career / acting, 2001-2008. Drake R.B. Graham gained initial fame playing the character Jimmy Brooks, a high school basketball star who became disabled after being shot by a classmate on Degrassi, The Next Generation. He appeared in 138 episodes and used the income to help support his family after his parents' divorce, which is not a bad thing at all. That's one thing I gotta say about all this. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come out from the struggles and, you have an opportunity for being that young and be able to do it at that young and to be able to help the family, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with that shit. That's G shit to me. Man, respect for that. And I respect that man for that. Real shit. But I don't respect the man for all the other shit that I have exposed him about. That shit I don't respect. And that's not being biased, that's just being real. But let's continue. He later received his high school diploma at the age of 25, having dropped out earlier to focus on his entertainment career. Transitioned to music. 2006, while still on Degrassi, Drake released his first mixtape, Room for Improvement, to pursue his passion for music. 2007, he released his second mixtape, Comeback Season, which featured the single Replacement Girl. The music video for this song made Drake the first unsigned Canadian rapper to have a video featured on BET. You see? You know what I'm saying? When you want to become a successful star, you want to be somebody, you put your heart and soul into it, that's what happens. But it still doesn't change the fact that I hate this motherfucker. 2008. Drake left Degrassi to fully commit to his music career. His music caught the attention of Lil Wayne, who invited him on tour and collaborated with him. 2009. He released his highly successful third mixtape, So Far Gone, which included hit singles like The Best I Ever Had and Successful. This led to a major bidding war among labels, which concluded with him signing to Lil Wayne's Young Money Entertainment. Musical success, 2010. His debut studio album, Thank Me Later, debuted at #1 on the Billboard Charts 200 and established him as a major force in hip-hop. 2011. His second album, Take Care, earned critical acclaim and his first Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. Record-breaking dominance. Throughout the 2010s, Drake consistently broke charts and streaming records. He holds records for the most top 10 singles, most charted songs on the Billboard Hot 100, and was named Billboard's Artist of the Decade for the 2010s. Current status: as of 2025, he remains one of the most streamed artists globally with his extensive catalog ensuring continuing popularity despite recent controversies and the Kendrick Lamar feud, which just found out that he faked with fake accounts through Spotify through 37 billion fake streaming accounts. Wow. So you could take that out the question. Drake's most significant contract is a multi-faceted $400 million deal with Universal Music Group, UMG, which includes his recording music, publishing, merchandise, and visual media projects. This licensing agreement is a 360 deal. What the fuck did I just say? That is the worst contract you could get yourself into, a 360 deal. Look what happened to Young Boy. They try to fuck Young Boy with that 360 deal. Young Boy was making so much money for these motherfuckers when they first did his contract that they try to destroy him. Yeah, man, learn about them 360 deals, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay, play with it. That was signed in 2021 through UMG's Republican Records imprint, meaning Drake licensed his catalog to the label for a set period instead of UMG owning his masters. This type of deal allows the label to profit from multiple aspects of an artist's career, not just sales. You see what I'm saying? It's like basically, they're not only making a profit off your music, they're making a profit off your merchandise, other deals, other contracts that you have. They want a piece of everything. That's what a 360 deal is. Believe it or not, y'all better do y'all history on that shit. Details of the UMG deal. Value: approximately $400 million. Scope: the deal is expensive, covering recordings, publishing, merchandise, and visual media projects, and is sometimes described as a 360 deal on steroids. Agreement type: it is licensing. Damn, you know what that say? It's like an agreement on steroids. But hey, the words they use to see if they can fuck you, misconstrued you so you won't understand. It's like they think that the shit just goes over your head. Like you ain't smart enough to understand. And for those who don't understand, those are the ones that get fooled by 360 deal or whatever deal they do. That's crazy, dog. Not a traditional ownership deal. You see? Boy, I tell you, Drake licenses his music to Republic Records for a set period. And his company, OVO, or Hovey Hoes, how we call them, owns the masters, as noted in this Reddit thread. Label: the deal is through Republic Records, an imprint of Universal Music Group. Recent legal developments. In a separate legal matter, Drake was involved in a lawsuit against UMG regarding a separate contract with Kendrick Lamar, but this lawsuit was recently dismissed, as detailed in this YouTube video. The dismissal was reportedly due to cinematics and the fact that the lawsuit was filed against the label instead of the individual who allegedly committed the wrongdoing. So basically, they blamed it on Drake instead of UMG. Like, you know, if you did the deal with them, you can't blame it on nobody else, because that other rapper who you going through the feud with decided to come at you the same way you came at him. So you can't blame your record label, you know what I'm saying, for having a record deal aside from having a record deal with you yourself. So they blamed it on Drake, basically, for him not taking care of the deal before he even got into the feud with Kendrick Lamar. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Now we go into a specific different manner, which his ghostwriters and him ghostwriting for others, believe it or not, have centered on a few key individuals, most notably Quinn Miller, who ghostwrited from him as a lot of his classics that he never credited him for, never gave him the respect, or never gave him a contract, or, you know what I'm saying, never put him out there publicly. You feel me? That's what ghostwriters are. They don't take no credit. They just do the music, have a fucking good day. I'm the one that's gonna take the credits because I'm the one that spit it the whole rhyme, which is fucking ridiculous. You should be able to give credit to those who fucking deserve it, who helps you, you know what I'm saying, build your fucking legacy. But anyway, It says, Quinn Miller, who was at the core of the controversy ignited by Meek Mill in 2020 and 2015. Because Meek Mill and Drake had beef at that time because of Nicki Minaj and all that other bullshit. Y'all know what time it is. Drake wanted Nicki so bad, he even stated on one of his songs that he wanted to marry Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj was like, nah, I see Drake as a little brother, you know what I'm saying? And she decided to fuck with Meek Mill, and Drake went at it. But Meek Mill wasn't having it because Meek was at the peak at this time of his career, and he decided to put Drake out there as Quentin Miller being his ghostwriter, and Drake ain't wrote his shit, and that's how their beef even got more interesting. But anyway, other artists like The Weeknd, the man that should be the face of Toronto, I did a video about that. Y'all go check it out on my channel. And Kenza Samir, I don't know who that is, but I think it's one of his old artists that was starting to blow up, and out of nowhere, he saw that they were starting to blow up, and he fucking just erased them from the bottom of the map, you fucking piece of shit. Have also been credited in what way? As collaborators on his music, while the specific role, extent of each person's contributions remain a subject of debate. Drake has acknowledged that music is often collaborative and that he sometimes uses individuals to spark an idea to build on, while maintaining he writes many of his own lyrics. Okay, whatever. This video explains the background of the ghostwriting controversy involving Quentin Miller and Meek Mill. Let me tell you something, bro. When you got people that you collaborate with, and you start to exposing them more, they elevate more through their career. That's how you spark to build something. You just don't grab their ideas and grab their swag and grab their raps and copy their style and don't credit them like they said that they have been credited here. It's bullshit. And then disappear from the bottom of the map like they never existed, and you take credit for everything. Yeah, Drake has said in the past that he has collaborated, but he most stated that he has wrote music for others. That is his most clarification and credibility of his statement. He doesn't like to talk about others that wrote music for him or wrote his classics. Let's make that shit clear. So I don't know what the fuck this article is talking about. You see, there's always an advantage when you reach this superstardom that we call the industry. It doesn't matter which part of the industry it is. Could be sports, could be acting, it could be other genres. But when you are accepted and you have the backup of the machine, you can get away with mostly anything you want to. You can get away with murder, you can get away with extortion, you can get away with everything that's wrong within the world itself, because you hold that power. You have the people that most people wouldn't want to be around because of their power and because of they possess and what they can do to you. So most people decide not to comment, not to say anything against that power. So these megastars, superstars, real famous people are not the powerful ones. They just are there to define and hide what the powerful people are really capable of doing, and how much possession and power and how much control of this famous star they have. So when it comes to Drake not being exposed for the past 10, 15 years for Ghostwriters, now UMG has pressed the red button, and look how much he's getting exposed. Do y'all catch my drift? Let's get back to it though. Key individuals and controversies. Quinn Miller became the most public face of the ghostwriting controversy after Meek Mill's allegations. Miller has written credit on songs like Rico and on the album If You're Reading This It's Too Late, though he was stated that he was a collaborator, not a ghostwriter. Very contradictory, but let's keep going. He has publicly stated he was a fan and idol of Drake, which millions of people are. And he has a strong professional relationship with them. At the time when he stated this, now it's a different story. Some references, tracks featuring Mill's vocals were leaked, but the levels of his involvement is still debated. This video discusses the roles of Quentin Miller's in Drake's music. And that's what I'm talking about. You see how they try to edit the bits and pieces, and now Quentin Miller is stating different, because Quentin Miller now is working as a 9-to-5 type of job. He's not even within the music business doing beats or collaborating with different artists, like he choked from this planet Earth, like he evaporated, like he aspirated himself away from the music industry without no notification, without leaving an application, without leaving where did Carmen Sandiego go? None to that level. And the reason why is because I just said this, and I'll say it again. When you have that power, not within yourself, but within the machine, and you are doing what you are required to do, whatever you say, the machine is going to back you up. And the reason why, because you are making the machine extremely more powerful, extremely more richer, and most of all, you are complying with the regulations, obligations, and rules. It's like you're disclosing your soul and your life with everything that comes in, like merchandise. You're particularly or willingly are accepting the fact that your life is not yours no more. So the powerful people, the machine, is going to accept it, and it's going to help you, and it's going to manipulate, twist, lie, and reverse psychology everything that's against you. And Drake, for 10 or 15 years, has had that power. But once you go against that power, once you go against that immediate machine that has destroyed everybody who exposed them, your repercussions and consequences are now put in survival mode. You can't run. You can't hide. You can't escape. You can't make adjustments. You're not going to be fast enough. You're not going to outdo what's already been outdone. And especially with a machine that has carried your famous role, your lies, your manipulations, your wrongdoings, your crimes, your fuck-ups. And strategically, you already signed up for that role once you written that contract in blood. The rituals, the satanic things that take place within these powerful meetings. How you think so many celebrities are within that power for so long until they break, until they can't keep silent what they most grasp to speak and let out because they are flabbergasted or because they are traumatized with the horror and pain and are afraid and just can't take no more what they are witnessing and been witnessing within the so-called power that they have hold. So within the naked eye, you think that your famous artist is literally out here doing righteously, doing everything productively, creatively in the righteous way. But there's no way to put it when it comes to this industry saying that you're doing something in a perfective way. Kendrick Lamar states it. I done been here for quite some time. And there's some people out here who hear the police it. And they do crazy shit, get away with it. So for the power, you can affirmatively push their agendas. So that's why artists that speak the truth, that have no ghostwriters, that have no power or machine backing them up, they're more segregated and kept underground instead of in the spotlight because the power doesn't want you to engage or have a relationship or even have a type of an engagement when it comes to these powerful voices that are gonna call out every failure and every fuck up thing that this famous artist that they're protecting is doing. But let's keep going. Now we're going to The Weeknd, which is Abel Tesfaye co-wrote 3 songs on the album Take Care and never got credit for it, never was even nominated or anything because Drake took all the credit. That's what the machine does. Remember everything I'm reading. It's within the same power that I'm talking about of what the machine does to other people that they don't care about. All they care about is regenerating and keeping their main player on top. It says he has mentioned that many of the songs from Take Care were originally intended for his own mixtapes, but he also acknowledges writing some songs for Drake. He let Drake take some of his songs that became classics, but Drake never acknowledged them in that way. That's why The Weeknd decided to what? To separate and not acknowledge Drake as an idol or as a friend or somebody that he looked up to, because he saw how much of a snake, how much of a backstabber and perpetrator only towards his benefit and beneficiary that Drake was about himself, that he gathered himself together and basically came into terms that leaving was the best option and decision for him and his career. And look how it's paid off. Weeknd is amazing. He sells out stadiums after stadiums. And not only that, it's the way that he is loved by his fans, by his peoples, by his peers. And even those that don't know about Weeknd, when they hear him, they automatically become fans like me, myself, and I. But let's keep going. Kanza Samar, a Toronto-based poet who collaborated with Drake on multiple songs, including Connect, From Nothing Was the Same. Same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Most of these people that collaborate with Drake, it's like you making a deal or you collaborating with the devil himself. Remember, Drake has the mentality of the machine because he's been programmed to think, to act, to reveal, and not to be suspected on the outside as one, but he's already involved himself in that perspective and in that category. So Don't expect for your favorite rapper or your favorite singer or your favorite actor or your favorite sports athlete to expose the machine when they already writ their name in blood on that contract. But let's keep going. She has written, now this is about a woman, she has written credits on over 20 songs across several Drake's albums. She has shared details about their collaborations, including how she helped him write the song Connect. Drake's response. Drake has acknowledged the collaborative nature of music, saying music at times can be a collaborative process. He has also stated that he sometimes uses individuals to spark an idea that I can take off running. Now, this is the part y'all need to understand when it comes to hip-hop. This has led to a public debate about the role of ghostwriters in hip-hop, with some arguing it's a form of artistic dishonesty. What did Nas say in hip-hop is dead? It's not artistically representing and honestly representing the culture and culturalism of hip-hop. It's like you're disrespecting our first legends and who started hip-hop and the Bible of hip-hop to bring bars, you know what I'm saying, competition, by bringing mumble music and disrespecting the art itself, and also having people writing for you when you're not the one who wrote it to spit them bars. So it's a disrespect in a major way. It's a dishonesty when it comes to the hip-hop world itself. But while others see it as just another part of the creative process, and the reason why they see it as a creative process, but let me end it. It says, this video explains the relationship between Kendrick Lamar and Drake in the context of ghostwriting. Exactly my point. Now I'm getting Drake, fans saying that Kendrick uses, ghostwriters. Everybody in the music business uses ghostwriters. Number one, Tupac never used ghostwriters. DMX, God bless his soul, like Tupac, never used ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? There is no way that these brothers will ever take that disrespect if they were alive. Biggie never used ghostwriters. You understand what I'm saying? Nas has never used a ghostwriter. They respect their bondage with hip-hop. They respect the culture. They respect their loyalty so much when it comes to their hip-hop that when it comes to them getting ghostwriters, they will eliminate that from out the subject because they want to rap it from their heart. They want to rap it from their soul. They wanted that music to be from them, not from nobody else's pen. But remember, Drake said that he would take that to tip off and start running. Like basically saying, if I can't find no more of what else to say, I'm gonna use the machine to help me, since I'm already a big famous star with all this, power that people think I got, then I'm gonna go ahead and get away with that shit, you feel me? Which is so wrong to do, if you really ask me at the ending of the day. And it's disrespecting hip-hop all the way. But here we go. By the way, big ups to Fantastic Hip Hop. This is his, thumbnail. But here we go. Broader context. The ghostwriting controversy has been a recruiting theme in hip hop nowadays, with Drake's case being one of the most public and prominent examples. Some argue that the controversy is a distraction from the music itself, as the quality of the music remains high and the public remains engaged. To those who don't know how powerful it is to write your own music and not letting others help you and you not crediting them, because when you're not with them behind the scenes and seeing what they're doing, you're gonna favor your rapper or your singer because you don't know the methods behind what they're doing with the machine, taking advantage of the situation of how they're planning it and sophisticatedly getting away with it, when it's a big disrespect for hip-hop itself. Let's keep going. The debate over Drake's ghostwriting has also been fueled by other controversies, such as the allegations that he stole the beat from another artist, which were later proven false. Okay, you know what? In some cases, you might have some people that are going against the machine because somebody did you a favor, looked out for you in collaborating or letting them use their pen. And when you come to a beef or altercation, you have the machine to what? To back you up. And this is why, if you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, if you don't do research about this, if you don't understand the methods and the grounds and everything that goes on within that world, then you can't talk or speculate. But for those who know what I'm talking about, I don't need to say more. Y'all already understand. And it further says, this video discusses why Drake has stopped using ghostwriters. Okay, whatever. Drake's greatest hits were written by a collaborative team of writers and producers, including himself, along with regular collaborators like Noah 40, Shabib, and others. Drake has also co-written songs for other artists such as Rihanna and Beyonce. And while some of his songs have faced accusations of ghostwriting, it is common for successful artists to work with a team. Which is true, you understand what I'm saying? But still, when it comes to hip-hop, yeah, you can have somebody write and sing your choruses or your bridges, but when it comes to hip-hop, the loyalty as a rapper, as an artist, being a rapper or a rapper being an artist, you write your own music. That is the number one rule in hip-hop itself. You can't take no credit and you can't be called a legend if you don't write your own music in hip-hop. It is what it is. You can watch this video to learn more about Quentin Miller's perspectives on writing for Drake. And trust me, when you see this video, which is, I think it came out like in 2023, 2024, I'm not really sure. This brother is going through bad times. He's working a 9 to 5. He's not even within the music industry itself. It's like they vanished this dude from even talking or exposing or even engaging himself into the world of the media where he can, let go of everything, of all the disappointments and the failures and everything that happened within that world itself. But it gets deeper than that. Here we go. Drake himself, he is a primary writer for his own music and has written credits on numerous songs he has performed. Noah 40 Shabib is a frequent collaborator, producer, and co-writer on many of Drake's hits. Here we go again. Other frequent collaborators, Drake often works with a team of writers and producers, including those who have co-written tracks like Started from the Bottom and Find Your Love. Ghostwriting and collaborations. While specific accusations of ghostwriting have been leveled against Drake, he and others in the industry have clarified that collaboration and using references tracks are standards practices in music, not in hip-hop, bitch. No way. I'm not going to accept that. Fuck that. Production and many successful artists have song-written credits for other artists. Quentin Miller is a well-known example of someone who has written lyrics for Drake, but he is just one of many people who have contributed to Drake's work. And where's Quentin Miller at now? Drake pressed the red button on Quentin Miller, just like UMG is not pressing the red button on Drake. But, you see, Drake karma is 10 times harder than Quentin Miller. You see, at least Quentin Miller is free. At least Quentin Miller can be in peace. Not have to live like a trapped demon or a trapped ghost for the rest of his life. You understand what I'm saying? But it gets deeper. This video discusses Lil Wayne's son claims about his father ghostwriting for Drake. A lot of people speculated that Wayne's son was lying, but when I come to think about it, I believe it. I definitely believe him now. Why? Because Drake has had women, different collaborators, music writers, and people that within the industry itself that have wrote multiple of his classics. So, Lil Wayne's son is not too far-fetched when it comes to him proclaiming them allegations. But here we go. Drake's current dating life, this is about his dating life, is non-publicly confirmed, though he was last linked to rapper Sexy Red, yuck, in 2023, and rumors have swirled around other public figures. His past relationships have included high-profile figures such as Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, and Kylie Jenner. He is also the father of the son Adonis with Sophia, which is, y'all already know who she is, with whom he has a co-parenting relationship. Current status: Drake is not publicly confirmed to be in a relationship at the moment. I wonder why. Rumors link him to Sexy Red in 2023. Sexy Red's baby daddy came out and said she was giving everybody that shit, that hayata, what the? She was giving everybody that woo-woo, that Wu-Tang. That's why Drake stopped messing with her. Y'all remember when Drake was always around her, bringing her gifts, giving her $30,000 or $40,000, and then 3 or 4 days after, Sexy Red baby daddy came out and said, man, that B gave me that. She's giving everybody that, and she's not telling nobody what happened. Drake stopped fucking with her. Think about that concept for a minute. And it says, past relationships and notable connections. Rihanna had a long-term, on-again, off-and-again relationship that's spanned several years. Jennifer Lopez, who rumored to having a relationship with the singer a couple years back. Kylie Jenner was linked to the reality star as well. Joanna Layla was reportedly dating the influencer in 2021, but the relationship reportedly ended. Sophia, which is the baby mama, which is, the porn star, the mother of his son Adonis. Other rumored connections has been linked to a wide range of other public figures, including Hailey Bieber, Julia Fox, Serena Williams, and SZA. His perspectives. In a 2020 deep fake interview, he mentioned dating multiple women at a time, though he was suggested he might get married someday. Yeah, right. He has stated he is not keen on marrying another famous person. Really? He has said he considers anytime he is around a woman to be a potential rumored romance. You can't make this shit up. This man has a thing with famous women. So for him to say that, look what he did to Serena Williams. He embarrassed her. He humiliated her. Look what he did with Rihanna. And once she got with A$AP Rocky, it got even worse. Look what he did. Let me shut up before my YouTube channel gets disconnected. Oh, but just the contradictiveness and just the contradictive way that this man narrates and lies about everything, even about Gracie Barnes, how he is denying now that he never slept with her, but she publicly stated in a Dominican Republic interview that they did their thing, and the only reason why she stopped dating him and blocked him is because he blacklisted her in Santo Domingo because she couldn't go into no parties. He blocked her from going to the parties and everything. He rented a luxurious room in London for her, and that's it. That's the last time she heard of him. And the reason why is because she did not accept and didn't like the fact that he wasn't into her. He was seen to her of him not having no interest in her and the weird things that Drake liked to do. And then there was some particular people there that were men dressed as women. You can't make this shit up. She said it herself. Is it true? I don't know. But knowing Drake, there's a big possibility that it's true. But that's just the world of the rich and famous. That's the world of the elite. That's the world that Drake is now, grasped to the point where he can't get away from it. So he engages in it. Just like there was rumors. I don't know how true this is. Please don't think I'm disgusting when I say this. Please. There's rumors that Drake is also into bestiality with dogs. Bro, you can't make this shit up. I'm just saying, that's what I heard. Like Kendrick said. Say, Drake, I hear you like the dogs. And you have, no. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. It's what they have said. It's what part of his ritual is. It's him having bestiality sex with his dogs. Unfucking unbelievable and disgusting if it's true. Allegedly. That's why I'm saying allegedly. But let's continue. Millie Bobby Brown friendship. A primary point of public concern has been Drake's friendship and text messaging exchanges with the actress Millie Bobby Brown, which she revealed when she was 14 and he was 31. Brown described him as a great friend and a role model, but the age gap led the public criticism and accusations of grooming. Think about it. Just think about that for a minute. It says, Bella Harris. Drake has also been linked to model Bella Harris. Reports indicating they were dating when she was 18. But they were seen together when she was potentially as young as 16. While dating an 18-year-old is legal, the prior acquirements when she was a minor fueled public speculation. Legal outcome. Drake filed a defamation lawsuit against the powerhouse Universal Music Group ever since Lamar, Not Like Us, argued that the label promoted a fake or false and malicious narrative that put his life in danger. A federal judge dismissed the lawsuit in October 2025. And you wonder why? I don't even want to get there. But just the Millie Bobby Brown and then the model. Come on, man. Y'all don't see the pattern here? This man had a big age gap difference. 13, 14 years old when Millie Bobby Brown. Oh, we talked about boys and relationship. He's my role model. I really miss him. And he always tells me that he misses me too. Look here, bruh. Oh, you know what? Let me stop. Yeah, but y'all see the pattern. Y'all see the distraction and disgustingness that this man pursues and keeps pursuing. He doesn't stop. And he keeps on getting caught. And he doesn't care. But then he lies about it. Damn. Within the same context, it says, ruling that the lyrics constituted non-unactionable opinion of hyperbolic ritual operations made in the context of a heated rap battle and cannot be reasonably understood as conveying variable facts. Drake's denial. In his legal filings and in his music, Drake has explicitly denied ever engaging in sexual relations with a minor or being charged with any such crimes. Yeah, but remember, when you did Taylor Swift, the AI, you said, yeah, go ahead, in the Tupac voice. You said, yeah, go ahead and talk about me like in minors. That's a gift for me. So you openly and willingly engage yourself to put yourself in that situation and circumstance and allow Kendrick Lamar by your own mouth to go ahead and whatever rumors or whatever was stated outside for him to explain it and tell the world. And he never called you that. He said, say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. He said he heard, not you are. So it's a difference. So the judge did the right thing by dismissing this case. But anyway, it says timeline of key evidence. May 4th, 2024. Kendrick Lamar released Not Like Us, which quickly became a massive hit, but continued accusations that Drake found defamatory. November 25, 2024. Drake filed his first legal petition in a New York court accusing UMG and Spotify of illegal scheme to artificially inflate the streams of Not Like Us using bops and payola. He claimed UMG was prioritizing its platforms to be able to perform these fake-ass allegations that he so-called proclaimed to the judge, you know what I'm saying, that UMG and Kendrick Lamar was doing. And this is UMG, you know what I'm saying, on their statement on their behalf saying, throughout this period, UMG consistently denies Drake's allegations, calling them offensive and untrue, and stating that artists voluntarily engage in the war of words inherent in rap's battle. Exactly my point. Drake started it by saying, hey, go ahead and talk about me liking little girls. For me, that's a gift. So basically, you telling Kendrick Lamar, oh, so you giving me permission for me to say that I heard that you are a certified, level board certified, pedo to the meadow file? So, with all due respect and all disregard, I am going to say it because you are allowing me. You brought it out your own mouth, not me. Remember what he told you. Please, let's leave it towards a rap battle. Because you don't want to take it further. It's something you don't want to do. He warned you. And the judge, I know she heard of all the diss tracks, and she heard that. She was like, hold on, wait a minute. You charging UMG and Kendrick for defamation of character, but you was the one that told Kendrick Lamar to go ahead and talk about it. And then, the accusations of him beating his wife, and, his best friend being the baby father of one of his kids. I mean, what's going on? So, you know what I'm saying? The judge dismissed the case. But this was a rundown, throughout Drake's career, his childhood, his life, his acting career, his ghostwriting. I put everything in this video. But I also added the machine that backed him up at one point and how he was able to manipulate and get away and have the power that he had to do the wrongdoings that he was doing and never be called for or the fingers being pointed at him. But he thought he was so clever, he thought he was so powerful that he decided to point the finger at the machine that helped him with bops and payolas and helped him become this famous for 10 or 15 years and gave him the biggest deal in hip-hop history, which is $400 million. He decided to go against that machine, against them elites. And he thought Like he told the world, I'm going to press the red button on Kendrick Lamar and on UMG so I can help the artists so they can feel safer in rap battles and they're not deformed. You deformed every rapper and every woman that you ever diss in your diss tracks. But I studied rap battles for a living, right? It backfired on you. Why? Because the judge dismissed it because she saw that you was being contradictive. Very contradictable. You was lying and you was hoping because your name is Aubrey Graham Drake that you was gonna get away with it. But you know what? Everything always comes to an end, Aubrey. Everything always comes to a stop and to a halt. You can't forever be on top. You yourself degraded yourself and embarrassed yourself to your own downfall. Your whole empire is gonna fall. And this is bigger than you. The powerhouse that protected you and guided you at one time is showing you this is bigger than you. This is bigger than any artist. This is bigger than anybody that has surpassed the mastery of being powerful and famous and being idolized or being looked as a role model. We are the machine. We run this, not you. We call the shots. We say move when we want you to move, and we say when you can stay silent, when we want you silent. So I'm gonna end this video by saying Drake's downfall was his own chaos and ignorance and statistics of him thinking that he could stop a powerhouse that helped him be who he is today went so wrong and tragically left that now UMG has definitely and permanently has pressed the red button on Drake to fall like no other artist in hip-hop has ever fallen before. This is your boy Chico Black. This video is long. It's an hour long. So y'all please go through it. Y'all listen to it. Y'all give me y'all feedbacks. And sorry that it took me a minute to do it. I had to get it together right. You feel me? But y'all go ahead and hit me up. Y'all have a beautiful night. Y'all take care. Peace. And thank you to all my fans and all my new subscribers and my real ones that have been with me since day one. Thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate it. God bless y'all. Have a beautiful night. Peace.